what's up, guys? You're watching Views Duet. My name is Fashion.
Hi, my name is Lanzi, Starboy Lekoman.
My name is Bolo.
My name is Fumi.
Hi, my name is Shay.
My name is Ayodele Abraham Abifari.
My name is the baddest bitch in the block.
My name is Jide. Hi guys.
And my name is Bisayo.
Hi guys, my name is Cassandra Collins and you're watching Views Duet.
So it depends on the person who asked for the date.
Okay.
If I ask you out, I'm definitely footing your bills.
Okay.
But if you do, Baba, everything I pick, you're paying for it.
Wait.
Because I was in my father's house. And you said that, baby girl, let's go out. So you pay.
Wait. Okay, let's.
Men always pay on the first date. That was
Okay.
Your answer.
No.
So, alright.
It's whoever decides to ask the person out.
Never pay for a date.
If you're at my house, wait, we are talking. I'm in my house. I don't have plan to spend money. You now call me and
But
tell
wait,
me.
would you allow somebody to come to your house for a date? Oh. How many
What?
dates have happened in your house?
None.
Oh.
None. Zero.
But you were,
Zero.
go on.
Amba, you want to carry somebody? Okay, so I'm at home. I have no plans to spend money. Cook in my kitchen, eat in my room. I live in a self-contained. Cook in my kitchen, sit down in the parlor to eat, or sit down in my room to eat. You not tell me that, you know what, baby, we've been talking for a while. Let me take you out. Let us go on a date, and I should pay. Don't do real loan. That's eligible.
No, I think that, okay, you know what, to be fair, I think that in this age that we are, right, people don't like to be open enough. Me, like, I will tell you, Sha, that this thing is both of us that carry your card or your money, or like.
So that's different.
If I'm going to pay, right? If I'm going
It's
to
not a
pay,
date.
why?
You
is
guys
it
are
a date?
hanging out.
Is that not what we
it's
call
not
dates in this Lagos?
No. For example, yeah. So there's somebody I was okay. Let me not mention names again. So
Is it movie date again?
No, it wasn't movie dates. No, I've been.
I've gone on 3 in this conversation.
If I should tell you how many movie dates I've gone for in this life. But anyway, that's
Cinema.
besides the point. Yeah. But anyway, so this person texted me, yeah. And like, not really a first date scenario, to be honest. His name is Tokpe. We dated
In the mode.
one time like that. I can't remember when, because it was very brief. It was like a month or two, and we've not spoken in like a long time. And he's texting me and he's like, "She was up where you're gonna come home? Oh, this will stay because my parents stay in Ogun. I'm like, oh no, I've moved out and everything." And he's like, oh, "Okay, let's go on a date, or let's go and see a movie." Wait, don't talk.
For?
You can not go. And he goes, "We are going Dutch." I'm like, okay,
No.
all right. So this person is mobile and he stays at Yaba. And I was seeing a movie. I can't remember if it was Surulere or Lekki. So obviously, wherever we are going to, you're going to drive. I'm like, okay, will you come and get me? And the guy is like, eh? And I'm like, I'm by myself. By myself. You came to meet me that we should go and see a movie. For all time's sake. I said, let us go Dot. I'm like, okay. Will you come and pick me? Eh? Anyway, he's blocked now, Sha. I don't know if everything is going well in his life or...
Quick question. How many people have been blocked? Not 1, not 2,
I'll have to check my phone.
1,000.
In my head, I feel like if I do not have enough cash, enough bar, I would not even attempt to want to like
You shouldn't
go
do
out
because
with
restaurants
a
will shame
woman.
you.
Basically, I would not even try it. But so in my head, now I do not know how everybody sees it. But for me for one, I will tell you straight up. On the first date, absolutely yes, a man should pay. Absolutely.
For me, I think that whoever is asking who out on a date should pay. If I ask you out on the first date, then I should foot the bills because you're in your house. You know, you're minding your business when I asked you out. So whoever is doing the asking out should pay. Yeah, that's what I think.
Is that how it works?
Yes, that's how it should work. Whoever is asking who out, you're in your house. There's no that said that let's go out. So whoever is asking who out, except you're my boyfriend. If I ask you,
yeah,
whoever is asking who out, Whoever is asking you out
Mo de
on
dá
the
lóhùn.
first date should pay.
Mo dẹ̀ ná owó mi, ó dùn mí o. Má gbọ́ mi padà. Hello, arábìnrin, if you are watching me now, send my money. You know yourself.
Be a bad bitch and pay for your meal, honey. But I mean that when everyone was having that thing on Twitter that men should pay for their first date, it depends on like the scene. If he calls me out, come out, and me, I'll actually own up and say, "Yo, I'm actually." Someone that's actually, hey, what's up? Let's go for drinks. I'm like, oh, I'm really down on cash to go out for like this week. Let's make it next weekend. So that's me giving you a heads up that I'm not like going to pay, and that's when you can come in and say, oh, don't worry, it's going to be sorted. But still, I must go out with my credit card. Something is inside. Mm-hmm. I've been stranded to that point. So like, I don't get that conception that a man should pay for dates. Why?
Well, like you said, it's there is no hard and fast rule to it. It depends really, and it's all about communication. Like you said, just be open, communicate properly. So while going on the date or before you go, so
have you ever been on a date and you had the mindset of going on a date and the girl ended up paying?
I had the mindset of going on that date.
No, like you guys actually agreed on a date and you had the mindset of, oh, I'm going to make pay for the bills, and she ended up paying.
Yes, actually.
So how do you feel? That's just what I want to know.
Okay, so let me provide some context, right?
Okay.
So we went on the date, and she didn't pay for everything. So I think we did movies and then we had lunch.
Okay.
So I paid for lunch, right? And then when we got there, she made sure she paid for the movies.
It wasn't like planned before.
It wasn't planned.
So how do you feel?
It was okay, really, and it was fine. I didn't have an issue with it. It wasn't awkward. There was no problem. She just said, "No, let me get this because you got this," and it was very okay. It was.
Are you still with her?
Am I still with?
Ha. Yes or no? What are you thinking?
We were never together.
Oh. Okay.
So it was just.
Please, another question. Let's leave this
We were
one.
never together.
So I've actually paid for a date a guy initiated before. However, it wasn't the first date, it was the second date. The first date was initiated by me. I saw him on social media, I liked him, I asked him out. We went on a date, a really nice date.
Energy.
Like classy dates, dinner at a restaurant, with wine and all of that. I paid, I didn't mind. It was a very hefty bill, but I covered it. And then, after the first day, it went really well, good vibes, everything. We connected. And we went home, continued talking on the phone. And he's like, he wants to see me again. He stays in the island, but I stay on the mainland. But he was on the mainland for a brief period of time because he came to his parents. So he wants to see me before he goes back to the island. I'm like, okay, that's fine. I'm like, okay, so what do we do? I'm like, he's like, he's not really familiar with play. I'm like, okay, fine, let's just catch a movie then. He initiated this by suggested a movie. We get to the cinema on that day, but I got there I think I was at work, so I was a bit hungry. So I got a meal before we went in, but I paid for my meal because it wasn't supposed to be part of the plan. So I got to the restaurant, I paid for my meal, and then we went up to go and watch the movie. Okay, so we picked the movie we want to watch. It's time to pay. And nobody's bringing our card. There's an actual staring competition going on. And I don't like being embarrassed. And the person at the counter is like, okay, so do you want to use cash or POS? And I'm like, okay. This is completely ruining my mood.
Wait, and as at this time, he was the one that said, I want to see you again.
Yes.
That's wrong.
So I bring out my card and I, of course, pay for the movie, pay for popcorns and drinks. Going to see the movie. And that was the end of that sudden attraction.
Honestly, maybe that's why like some babes don't like to pay for dates. That maybe you just look at it at the fact that no, this babe has plenty money. She paid for the first one because no matter how much we tried to.
I mean, the movie wasn't even as expensive as the dinner I paid for. Come on.
But no matter how much we like to spin the gymnastics.
Yeah.
A typical date, so far you're in this Nigeria.
It's not even Nigeria, all over the world.
All over the world. The guy most of the time, pays for
it's
the
just
dates.
Somewhat as much as we try to fight for equality, but it's just the way nature has placed
exactly. There's a difference between what is right and what it is.
Yes.
What it is that usually is the guy that pays for the dates. Mm-hmm. So maybe when the guy saw you paying for the date, he was taken aback. I was like,
So you now feel like
She have plenty
that's how
money,
we're gonna
oh.
continue
Yeah,
with that
you know.
same rhythm of paying for everything
but-
every
but-
time.
but-
No, thank you. I'll pass.
No, he messed up. At least should have tried to. Since you already even paid for that one, and since it wasn't so expensive, you should have tried to.
Actually, it depends on who asked for the date.
Fair
If the
enough.
man should ask for the date, then he should pay. But if it was the lady that suggested the date, then she should pay. Or they could both. I believe in communicating, or we could communicate. Oh, should we go Dutch and stuff like that. So there's no rule that says a man should pay on there. I don't believe in a man should pay on. But yeah, you can be a gentleman and decide to pay. So it's fine.
Pay on the day too. Before you spoil your name in the streets.
So Bolu, will you always pay?
Oh yes, I will.
Even-
If I can't
even
afford
when
it,
you
you.
be in
I'll,
the streets?
if I can't afford it, I will. Well, the times that I've not paid, the person that asked me out insisted. I'm the one that's asking you out, I'm going to pay. But if I'm the one asking, then it's a no-brainer. We are not even thinking of Dutch.
Is there a reason why? Do you feel somehow like if a babe pays for it on the first date?
I think being a man, there's a certain whether you're trying to or not, you want to impress a babe. Whether you like it or not, you like it when you are impressed by a guy. So I think if it's a first date or not, it's impressive. Like, oh, okay, you got it. But if you now start doing, okay, you know what? I don't really have money. Can we split this, or will you pay this? You lose some rep. You lose rep. So from that point of view, I think a man should pay because it makes you look good. Now, it's not the be all and end all, but it makes you look makes you think think of you as a man instead of a boy.
Okay, I don't know. Maybe for me, I think this is just me, and I know this is going to be very weird because
Okay.
I actually like to pay
Oh yeah,
because I feel like it gives me some sort of power and control
that's what I was going to say.
over the situation. Like because then I'm making you understand that I don't need your money and all that. Like I'm good on my own. So that's why most of the times, even when a guy asks me out on a date, if I'm not good for it, I'll probably turn it down. So I always like to be good for it and all that. But yeah, but these days, man, Sapa is in town.
So
Please, the guy
that
has
my
to pay.
friend that I said asked me out, yeah. Something. It was my birthday, and she said, "I'm gonna take you out." I'm like, okay. So when we got there, the person that served us food, she went and placed the order for both of us, right? So we finished eating, and then she brought the bill and gave it to me. And my friend was like,
Why do they do that?
I can't
Lagos
explain
restaurants,
it.
they do that a lot.
they just assume that women don't have money.
Yeah, because I did that.
And I just leaned back like, no, she's, them carry me come. I was on my own. And she was like, no, I was the one that told you, I was the one that placed the order. So why are you giving him the like no vex? Pay, let her know that that's how it is. And people like that, you know that those people take pride. Like I was saying, you have pride. It's not pride, but like, I take pride in being able to make, self-pride, being able to make this payment on myself. It's not like she said, like, you have to. I can. If I let you, that's my choice. And if I say I want to pay, I can also pay. So I get it, but the natural instinct is I'll pay unless she says, okay, you know what, oh, please, have the floor. I'll keep my money in my pocket. Or I used to buy you something or something.